Previously on AI, the Somnium Files.
No, Iris. You can't die. Please, Iris. Iris. Iris!
Iris, you would have brought me to a hospital. Ugh. Yes, it's all very sad and such.
yes, it's all very sad. And now back to clicking on everything.
You must be yogurt because I want to spoon you.
Hello, everybody, and thank you back to welcome back to another episode of AI, the Somnium Files, which with what could be our final recording session. I mean, I kind of hope so.
Before that,
What's up?
you didn't. I can't see your screen.
Oh, that's right. That's the thing I have to
Which
do.
would be helpful.
That's right. That's like a thing we have to do.
There we are.
But yeah, as we were saying, this could be our last recording session.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. I mean, we love this game, but at the same time,
It'd be nice to.
I want to see it end so we can do other stuff too.
I would like to move on to something else, maybe.
Yeah.
And so I think we're just gonna get right into it. Not to focus too much on pretenses or fucking whatever else. I don't know.
I hope that we get some more time with receptionist.
We
Hope
won't.
that we get some nice Mizuki time.
We won't. All right, so I just got to remember what happened in this route before we go down it, because very little happened before we got to this point. But I just want to just double check. So this is the route where Iris had the visitor at 2 a.m. We talked to So. We did we saw her dead body, but then she was still alive. Then we found out she had a tumor. Yeah, okay. I think I'm caught up. Do you remember?
Right.
Are you good, Dylan?
Yeah. So I was playing. I played a little bit of, like I was saying before, and I took a couple screenshots on my Switch of some hints that might help us out now that we have seen what happened last time with the whole other machine. So one thing that I found interesting was that, yeah, well, I'll just tell you.
Yeah.
One thing I found interesting was that in the lockers back at the headquarters, there was a line that said that there's a bunch of boys love manga and gay romance novels.
Oh, and we laughed about that.
Interesting, Pooter. Interesting. So, little heads up that was a thing. And then another thing was Date, when he was explaining how sinking works to Mizuki before he sunk, he said that there's 6 sinkers at Abyss. We haven't seen any other ones. It's just been us. So maybe one of those other sinkers are the person who's doing this.
Like we said, there are 3 profiles left to be unlocked in the thing.
Absolutely. And I'm sure that at least one of them is going to be either the villain or the true profile of the villain.
I was wondering. Speaking of which, I was wondering if number 89 was going to get a new profile, because the one that we have is like all of his like prisoner information, and maybe we might get a new one that is like what he used to be like. You know what I mean? Like the whole uncle thing or whatever. I don't know.
Well, here's what I'm thinking, right? Because I was at an important part where both Iris we met for the first time and her mother we met for the first time.
Yep.
And both of them separately said, not even in the presence of each other, said that, "Oh, have we met before? You seem familiar." So I'm thinking that our personality that's currently in Date is probably the one who was originally Uncle, because we have memories of playing patty cake with Iris when she was a kid.
Oh.
And so we were her uncle, I guess.
I hadn't even considered that. But we've seen number 89 be like a good guy in the other routes, haven't we?
Well, he could still be a good guy, but maybe he's just not the original. I don't know.
Or yeah, I you know what though? I hadn't even considered that. But I think that's a really interesting potential theory.
Yeah, because I feel like they would recognize Date if they had actually met his body form before.
Right.
In some way. I don't know. But we definitely know that there's some weird body changing shenanigans going on somewhere.
So well that's just my theory, but I think it's a pretty plausible theory at this point.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm weirded out by the whole having to like remove the left eye. And a big question I have is if one of them has to remove their left eye, because the sinker chair and the sinky chair are technically different, because you can like analyze them differently.
No. It didn't work. It worked for Date because he took Aiba out.
Right. We think.
Like I think that's why he didn't have to, because his left eye is already out. So he has to you have to tear out the left eye of the person you're syncing with, and then we're assuming. Never mind. Let me take a step back. What are you saying?
Well, I'm just wondering if the person who has to sync also has to either have their left eye out or something, as well as the syncer in that version of the syncing machine. I'm
going to say I would assume so.
I would too, but it's just like, how did that work for Date? Because
he's already missing his left eye. So remember,
he is.
Aiba was the one controlling. She was the one who was sitting at the monitors to turn on the machine.
Right. But then how is it that she was the one in the Somnium?
I guess she just locked herself in. I don't
know. Is that our boy?
It's our boy. Oh, that's right. So what just happened is we just discovered Iris's body.
Yeah, she did. Again.
The scene is being inspected without you. This time the body didn't disappear. However,
not yet.
I was expecting it to disappear.
I didn't expect you to faint. Seeing that corpse must have been incredibly shocking. I did not predict you to be the fainting type. I suppose humans are unpredictable. Now that you're back, let's get back to business. You are conscious, are you not?
He's conscious, just very sad.
Date, don't let negative thoughts consume you.
I am very curious as to. I have no ideas as to who could have killed her.
Thinking that Iris died because of me. If I never took her to Ota's, this wouldn't have happened.
I'm thinking the person who killed her was probably
If you truly believe that, then your brain is completely wrong. Or perhaps when you saw the corpse,
what's his name? Kenju?
Filled with images of
Renju?
Yellow
Renju.
Lions.
Not actual Renju,
You're
but
talking now.
Right.
Mystery Renju.
Whoever we
Renju's body.
We think whoever is controlling people, if that is true.
Yeah.
Fine. Allow me to pluck some of those dandelions.
I don't want to get too focused on that theory in case it's wrong.
Oh, totally.
Because you've seen like a Game Grumps episode where they thought, like a series where they thought one thing and then it's not true at the end. So it kind of is a little awkward because of it.
Yeah, I call it their entire interpretation. I mean, I've done that before, even with just like, I don't know, probably Danganronpa or maybe Phoenix Wright. Definitely Phoenix Wright with some stuff.
I think that you're right. I think it gets a little worse the more it's like you're talking about it. Because like if you're playing Phoenix Wright and you have this theory, it might make it harder, but at least you'll figure it out eventually.
Yeah.
Oh, I see you are back to making jokes. I am glad to hear that, but please stay focused.
Aww.
So the on-off switch was broken, and they couldn't turn it off, right? But they could have shut off the electricity. I find it hard to imagine they would have left it running for no reason. The bills would have been expensive.
That is something I've been thinking about. Why is it always cold?
In the warehouse?
Yeah.
To preserve something.
Yes.
Preserve dead bodies.
Let us move on to the next question.
Duh.
Second question. There was something strange about the corpse.
Of course.
Do you remember what that was?
See, this is what I noticed this when it happened. Her right eye is taken out.
That is strange.
Iris's body was completely frozen. The temperature read -58. With Iris's weight... Just wondering, but how much do you weigh?
110.
Don't you know it's rude to ask a lady that?
Do you remember?
105 pounds.
Yeah. Oh, damn it.
See.
Close, though.
105, huh?
Yeah. Well, I just played that scene, and that's like the part I was around.
18 hours to freeze solid. But we were...
Wait a moment. Before you draw your conclusion, allow me to ask my final question. Question 3. 2 days ago, Sunday night, you found a dead body in the cold storage warehouse. But afterward, you visited the Sagan household and discovered that Iris was in fact still alive. Why?
Wait, are they trying to imply that Iris is actually is like dead the whole time and this was an imposter?
Because we saved her. We saved her and so Somnium.
Date, think logically. What occurs in dreams does not affect reality, and
I don't know.
parallel worlds, that is even less possible. So if that's the case...
The corpse was a hallucination.
No, yeah. I wanted to answer.
I understand
answer all the different ones.
Iris being
Maybe
cute.
we're thinking about this all wrong. Iris isn't alive. She's dead. I saw the ghost of Iris.
Yep.
Mr. Date,
Totally.
it's time for your medication.
You mean?
You've got it.
Oh, so I guess it wasn't the corpse was a hallucination. Oh, is this not Iris?
Well, I guess, I mean,
The corpse is complete. Getting a more
her
thorough look.
is
would
her left
require
eye still in?
However, we
No,
would
her
not want to
her
risk
left eye
it.
is
You
still
can use
in.
a certain vision mode instead.
and it shouldn't be, right?
I think.
I don't believe it.
The stomach is swollen slightly. She appears to have been pregnant.
How?
Do not worry. The uterus does not contain a fetus.
You mean after she was killed?
No. The fetus was not present in her body when she was killed. She must have been killed after giving birth. The distended stomach does not immediately shrink. The expanded uterus takes some time to return to its normal size.
So this isn't Iris. So basically, when we saw somebody's corpse here, it wasn't Iris the first time, and it wasn't.
And so that's why it
hallucination.
disappeared.
And then
Iris was still...
somebody came and took it, and so that means that this is probably the good ending because Iris is probably still alive somewhere.
Dope.
This evidence makes one
I
thing
don't know
where.
I don't know why her right eye is taken. That's what's weird.
This corpse isn't
Do you think
Iris.
maybe
Someone else?
Which means
Iris
Iris is still alive.
did intentionally left this here? Like
Not
Iris is the one
necessarily.
who did this?
She could be.
I bet you
alive.
no. It feels like this might be like
We haven't
Renju and
confirmed
Pewter.
that yet.
Maybe, but then why would she? I guess just like act like she's dead so people don't still come after her.
To the victim's back.
So this is so Sejima did actually kill this
Judging
woman.
by the
It just
size and
wasn't
shape of
Iris.
The marks, the weapon was most likely a kitchen knife. This matches what you said on Sunday.
So this is the body I saw then.
So it's the same body.
Is there an estimated time of death?
Impossible to determine. This body has been completely frozen for at least 10 years.
Oh,
Jeez.
okay.
10 years?
It's always
She was
been in the
killed,
cold
what, 10
storage
years ago?
warehouse.
Exactly.
It's just been moved.
Her identity is unknown. Her killer is also unknown. But there is one likely suspect.
Who?
Let's consider the clues. The scene. Okiura Fishery Cold
The
Storage
scene.
Warehouse. Sunday night, we saw So here. And there is something else about So Sejima. We witnessed someone similar to Iris being stabbed repeatedly in So's Somnium.
But it wasn't Iris. It was this woman.
That is highly likely.
We saw
Is this possible
Was
that this
So's
is like
memory from more than 10
Iris's
years
like
ago.
real mother, and maybe like Hitomi is like not Iris's mother?
I believe that is the case.
I've been wondering.
Maybe, but she died 10 years ago, which means she would have given birth 10 years ago.
At least 10 years ago.
True.
Which means it could be 100 years ago.
Unlikely, but yeah.
Unknown.
Huh, so even Iva can't tell us who this is. A Jane Doe, but it's definitely not Iris.
Renju and So?
So that's why the person in So Somnium was wearing such a short skirt.
It's because it wasn't Iris, that's right.
It wasn't Iris.
So Sejima.
No, that happened in the Iris route too. I didn't want to mention it because it was kind of like a nice moment, but when she lifted up, it was like, I was like, this is a weird camera angle to show us this whole thing.
When,
like, in that final section, when she, like, ascended from her Somnium.
Ew. Yeah,
it was like a bit of an awkward angle. All right, I guarantee you we're going to go to the So Sejima residence and he's going to be dead. Guaranteed. Ready?
In the pot?
I don't know. No, he's going to be in the pond. He's going to be fed to the...
Fed to the pot? The pot monster?
No, whatever was in the pond.
Oh, the pond. Okay. I think he's going to be in the vase.
I definitely feel like he's going to be dead, right?
I hope so.
Yep.
Nope.
I thought I told you never to show your face here again.
But I'm your son.
A pond. An island. A topiary. A tree. A lantern.
And some delicious Godot number 52.
Ooh. I call this one something.
How has Capcom not sold like coffee blends and called them either Godot or Godot?
They've sold some really weird stuff. Like they've sold like Apollo and Phoenix and like jewelry, but it's not even like the jewelry from like in the show. Like they haven't sold like Clavier's necklace, but they've sold just like an Apollo necklace.
Yeah, it's weird. I mean,
it's weird. They also sold.
They could do like suits. That'd be nice.
Did you see that? I sent you the email where they sent like they were selling like suitcases, like Ace Attorney suitcases.
Oh.
But they weren't the suitcase from Ace Attorney Investigations. It was just a randomly designed suitcase.
Interesting.
I didn't come here for Iris either.
I have a couple of Ace Attorney collector's items coming in the mail that I ordered.
Instead,
cool.
I'm here for a girl who looks like
Anything
Iris.
interesting?
Yeah, like the Ace Attorney Investigations, like collector's edition DSI.
Did you kill her?
Somebody was selling one for pretty cheap, so.
Date, look.
I
Don't know that collection. He's lying.
You killed her, didn't you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I've had enough of your shit, Congressman.
Okay, so we know this is that person from 10 years ago. Isn't Iris. But what if it is Iris from now?
From the future.
That went back in time and died.
So
or in an alternate timeline, she was born earlier by 10 years.
I think you're right, Dylan. I think you've hit the nail on the head there. I do
Doesn't
think.
explain why she's pregnant though.
I think we're gonna end up getting fucked over because of one thing, in terms of like our understanding of a lot of stuff.
Okay.
And what I think we're gonna get fucked over by is that I think there's gonna be a lot to do with this whole money laundering scheme through this one district with the exploded chemical plant.
Sure,
I feel like my understanding of that is very limited and very poor. I honestly don't really remember, and I didn't really pay attention when they told us about it the first time. And it was something like it's like Shoko is running like a realty thing through the Kumakuras, and then like the fact that So Sejima was probably storing this body in the cold storage warehouse. That's why they've been telling us so much that Renju doesn't own it, but it used to be in his family, because it was part of a sale from Renju's family to So Sejima. However long ago.
That's why you were at the cold storage warehouse 2 days ago.
Right.
So that's why I think our my specifically lack of understanding of all the financial stuff is gonna.
Where is Renju Okiura? You
Maybe.
know where he is, don't you?
And the cold storage
You
warehouse
were
is
in
in
Okiura
the
Fishery
district
Warehouse for a
that's
reason.
where the explosion was.
What? I'm sorry. Where the warehouse
Where
with
the-
the sync machine?
Yeah.
Yes, that was in there. The cold storage is not, but that warehouse we just were at with the sync machine is.
Maybe the explosion was created so that people wouldn't investigate that area.
There's definitely
Probably.
a connection between you two.
Oh.
But that's not all.
Oh.
Number 89 called your secretary. The same number
Just
89
call him
that
by his
Renju
goddamn
escaped
name.
with.
We don't know.
They don't know yet.
Where is Renju?
Suddenly, Renju came out of the pond.
This is like the third or fourth time this has happened in.
We'd
this
like to
playthrough.
ask you to please leave.
Yeah, you know what's gonna happen, Dante. He has bodyguards. He has like a quad. He has all bodyguards that are twins. He hires exclusively quintuplets,
Especially octuplets.
octuplets.
Damn it, so.
There's nothing we can do. We did arrive without a warrant. We were technically trespassing. If he had called the police,
Also, yeah.
we would be in a predicament. We would have been detained immediately. Who would look after Iris then? Do you intend to leave your responsibility with Mizuki and Ota?
Ah,
Calm down,
No.
Tate. We still have our lead.
lead.
Definitely not Oda, at
Before I
least.
explain,
50%
we
of
need
that
to
equation's
discuss the
fine.
corpse in the cold. Let's give her a name. Because she is frozen solid, we could call her
No.
Ice.
Stop.
Ha!
Alice.
Yes!
What do you think?
Stop.
Alice
Do
and
it.
Iris.
Stop.
Believe
No,
in
I
this
hate you.
All right, Alice.
Yes!
Yes.
God, I
Yes!
hate this game.
Yes.
I hate him. He's the worst.
Someone might be able to identify her.
He's poking
Maybe
fun
it's
at
actually
people.
all ice.
He's poking fun at people who wanted a conclusion to that plot line.
Maybe that means that she's an Egyptian pharaoh or something.
Again with this?
First question. You have seen this corpse more than twice. 3 times, in fact. When was the first time?
In Mizuki.
In the Somnium.
Yeah. But
Up
first,
the foam.
I'm getting the feeling that we're at a point now where we're not going to have a lot of like joke things when we search, but
Yeah, but worth it. We've searched them all at this point. Can't stop now.
yeah, like we've wasted so much time doing this. We can't stop now. It's taken us like way longer to play this game than it is for any other person. Oh, great. Yeah, thanks.
That doesn't help.
I'm just going to say 3 days ago.
3 days ago. Saturday night when I synced at Abyss.
Yes.
The second part of that. Oh, hell yeah.
We saw
Okay.
the frozen corpse of a girl. Question 2. Who is
When
the
was
girl?
the second? Oh. We don't
Well,
know.
then the question becomes,
It's Alice.
why did Mizuki know about her? Unless it was our memory going into Mizuki.
But then why would we know?
Now I know. That girl was probably Alice.
Most likely, yes. So we have technically known Alice for 3 days. One last thing. The final question. In which Somnium did we see Alice?
It's Mizuki's. Adrian?
Adrian!
Rocky!
Adrian!
Adrian!
Rocky!
But seriously, I am...
Okay, I
That's
gotta
awesome.
take a quick moment here. Just a quick break, Dylan. Sorry.
That's fine. Adrian! Adrian!
Just gonna check something real quick.
About Adrian?
Yep.
Adrian.
I keep forgetting that if I ever if we forgot to click on something, we can always just like go back and like go through it again.
True.
As of 3 days ago, Saturday night. Who is the girl?
Adrian? Adrian! No, of course not.
There we go. Just wanted to make sure that there was a full setup for
Now
this.
I know. That girl was probably Alice.
Most likely, so we have...
Adrian.
Adrian!
Rocky!
Adrian!
Rocky!
But seriously, I am talking about the corpse. Do you think we should be joking at a time like this?
Yes.
My roommate, Mizuki Okiura.
Stop calling her your roommate. She's your daughter. At this point.
You mentioned something about
Not in this plotline, because he's been a huge asshole to her.
prophecy.
True.
But prophecies are nonsense. Dreams are not made of the future. They are made from the past.
So
Therefore,
when would she have seen Alice?
Mizuki has seen Alice before.
I have
Did she
no
go to the
idea.
cold storage warehouse? Maybe her father brought her to see a dead body? What's her father like? Hey
Where's
Mizuki,
Mizuki?
you want to see a dead body?
The shrine. Why would she be there?
unknown. She is supposed to be looking for Iris.
Okay, let's go.
Mm.
Suspicious, suspicious.
Well, how old is Mizuki?
12.
Because maybe Alice is her mom.
Maybe.
Date.
Date.
Kanana me date.
Mizuki! Mizuki! Sasuke!
Did you find Iris?
I did
Naruto!
go to the already.
Sasuke!
Rocky.
Right.
Boy, look at this.
Adrian.
Boy, I know we're in a bit of a rush, but look at this. Look at this shrine with things that I'm going to click on and they're not going to have funny responses. Dang it.
There is one here that pretty much always has a funny response.
Yeah, but I don't think it's going to happen again.
Yeah, probably not.
I think we're past that point.
Yeah, I don't think we even know about it in this route. Aw.
Ah. Yep. They're like guys, seriously.
Yeah, move on.
Now is not the time.
Mizuki's standing up. I see that.
I think he's searching Akihabara right now.
Is that really how you
Akihabara?
Is that really how you say it?
I don't know.
I thought it was
There's
Akihabara.
Akihabara, Akihabara,
Last
Whatever.
time he
Aki.
checked, he didn't have any.
The Market District.
yeah.
Are you gonna get Persona 5 Royal?
I think Iris is with Renju.
Yeah, I pre-ordered a while ago.
With Daddy?
I don't know if I'm gonna get
Getting
it.
the one with the mask.
I think I'll probably go back to it
Her
like
note
later.
mentioned her most
Yeah.
trusted person. It's probably Renju.
I'm pretty much just getting it for the mask.
Yeah. I remember that mermaid girl saying something like that.
That mermaid girl? You stayed at her house, Mizuki. Learn her name.
I know, right?
Why is this
He
one
was
scene
looking
always
for
take an
Iris.
hour to load?
I think it's because it has to load the area. It has
Yeah,
to
the
load
entire place.
her model. It has to load. But you know what the problem I think it is I think it's also loading Mizuki's model, Oda's model, and the models of all the people in the background. So it's
Yeah,
like I think it's the
probably.
entire scene, which I think is why it takes
Does
so
that
long.
mean that Daddy is the one who called for Iris?
It could be. So I need to know where he is.
But we do know that he is the one who called at 2 a.m.
I haven't been able
Right.
to get a hold of him. Iris used to like this shrine. She told me about all her memories here. We used to come here all the time.
Like the time
You
that
know
she
those steps in the
almost
front?
passed out
We
with,
would sit
with us here.
and talk like what gluten-free means and
Hmm.
eyelash extensions and aerial yoga, and we would talk about all our progress.
Aerial yoga.
Sometimes we would
Yeah.
talk late into the night.
Jeez.
So
Basically,
I
like
thought
using
that
like
maybe
those
he used
like
it,
those strips of cloth, like the fabric,
but it
that
looks
hang
like
from
I
the
was
ceiling.
wrong.
or like or like a suspended ring, or it could even sometimes be like a pole.
Mizuki,
Ooh.
I have something very
Hold it.
important to ask you.
Do you know someone named Alice? I mean, I just named her, but
You've seen her before, haven't you? 3 days ago, I saw her in your Somnium. The body of a girl who looks like Iris. Alice, your dreams are built from your memories. So that corpse...
Does this route feel like way more serious all of a sudden? I don't know why.
Little bit.
Please
I'm just getting like this,
answer me.
not like dark serious. Just like it feels like everything's
Iris's
got a
life
little
is
bit
at
more of
stake.
like a less cheesy tone.
What do you mean?
well, we still don't know where Iris is.
Yeah, as soon as we see her, it's gonna change.
Yeah, we'll be fine. That's not blue, that's purple.
I need to know everything about Alice. If I find out who she is, I might be able to solve the mystery of Renju and number 89, and that might lead me to Iris.
Okay, I'll tell you about Alice.
I didn't actually expect that she would know.
It was about a month ago. I saw my daddy crying in the president's office at Lemniscate.
In the president's office. The president of the United States.
Daddy got up, then got into his car and drove away. I had never seen him like that before. I was curious, so I followed him in a taxi. That led me to the cold storage warehouse. He got out of his car and went inside. I followed right behind him.
It's a poor choice, Mizuki.
Daddy was
You know too much.
Forklift in the back. I hid behind a shelf. I watched Daddy open the hood of the forklift, and then, after a little bit, he left. I wanted to know what he was looking at. I went over to the forklift, and I looked under the hood myself. And then...
You saw Alice's dead body.
But at the time, I thought it was Iris.
That must have been frightening.
What do you mean? I couldn't just ask. It would have changed everything. I thought that
Hey, Daddy,
as long
I
as
saw a
everything would
dead
be
body
okay.
in the cold storage warehouse
I
that you
didn't see
visited.
a dead body. I wasn't
What's
even
with
at the
that
warehouse.
shit?
I repeated that to myself over and over and tried to forget the whole thing.
Repressed memories are often the subject of somnia.
That's why Alice showed up during the sync.
She like barely showed up.
Yeah, I was like, oh, and it's only in this route.
What
In
was
the
I
other route, it's not
supposed
even
to
a
do?
thing.
Right.
Daddy would have been in trouble.
So you kept quiet this whole time?
Yeah.
But it is interesting that
Looked
she was at the
exactly
very
like
beginning of the game.
Iris.
I think
Not the very beginning, but
I'm throwing it out there. I bet you this person is Iris's mom,
all right.
and I bet you that then what they're gonna build to is that Hitomi raised her as her own. I don't know why she was murdered or why Renju would be hiding her. Then. That's why
So I went to Iris's house.
Yeah, I could see that, especially since Hitomi isn't
What's wrong,
married,
Suki?
and Iris says that she never had a dad.
And that's why Renju is like cares so much about helping out Iris.
Iris was alive. I thought I was going crazy or dreaming. I tried to convince myself that it was just a hallucination. I actually met with one of the higher-ups at Daddy's company last night, before I went to Matsushita Diner.
Why?
Because you asked about the cold storage. I was curious. I asked around some, and...
Plot twist: it is owned by Renju. Bet you never
I
expected
found out
that.
Daddy was
Yeah.
managing the warehouse before I was born. After my grandpa died, Daddy took over. In exchange for managing the warehouse, he gave ownership of the company to someone else. Because
Oh.
he didn't want to let this place go. Or maybe he couldn't let it go. That's more accurate, I think. But I understand why. Inside that warehouse was...
Alice.
On paper, Daddy has nothing to do with Okiura Fishery. Daddy was still managing the warehouse, and he was the...
I think I accidentally changed some clips. 'Cause I just feel like the voice is a lot quieter than it usually is.
Allow me to assist you.
But I guess
Maybe.
not. Doesn't seem like it.
only one allowed in
Maybe
there,
she's just
too.
talking quieter.
That was part of the agreement when he gave up the company, and the whole thing had to be a secret. He really stressed that point.
Alright.
Hey, Mizuki. How long was he managing the warehouse?
For 18 years. That's what the man told me.
18 years. That's the exact age Iris is.
Yeah, I think my theory is gaining a little bit more water, Dylan.
18 years?
Yep.
Bet you feel like an idiot now for telling me how stupid it
From
was.
that long ago?
Sure do.
Yes.
Iba, I need an emergency search. Missing persons from 18 years ago.
Understood.
Huh?
Huh?
Date, I found
Huh?
her. The girl who looks like Iris.
What's her name?
Is her actual name Alice?
Monica Iwai.
Aww.
19 years old at the time of her disappearance. A graduate of Itoku High School.
What?
Oh, that's where Renju and Hitomi went.
And that long ago, that means they would have been in the same
was my
class.
classmate at Itoku High. We've known each other for 20 years now. When I was young, I lost someone very important to me. Monica Iwai, my best friend.
Fuck. I didn't remember her saying that.
I don't either.
But I guess if she said it, it probably was important and I should have remembered it.
Monica. Hitomi's friend who went to the same school as her and Renju. But why? Monika's body was found just now.
Monica.
Even then, Hitomi knew
It's
that
Manica.
was already dead.
Monica.
Aiba, where is Hitomi right now?
At headquarters for questioning. MPD still believes that the body they discovered was Iris.
Got it. Contact boss. Have them bring Hitomi to Abyss.
Roger
Well.
that.
I guess Hitomi will be happy when they know that her daughter's not dead.
Yeah, but she probably already knows that it's not Iris.
Maybe. Hopefully. I guess if they did tell her that it was discovered at the cold storage warehouse in the forklift, she'd be like,
She'd be
don't
like,
worry about it.
she'd be like, oh, you know what? That's my buddy.
that's old Manica.
You're awfully calm. You saw the corpse of your daughter today. You were called into the station to confirm her identity. And yet here you are. Cool as a cucumber, even though you lost your precious daughter. Shall I guess why?
If she actually was dead, that'd be such a dick way of presenting it.
Wow, Date. I mean,
Wow.
I know what your thought process is, but
Her name is Iwai
Wow.
Monica.
Aren't you calm, you fucking asshole?
She has been missing for
wow,
19 years.
fucking murderer.
She was 19 years old at the time she went missing. Monica, Hitomi Sagan, and Renju Okiura.
So I guess our assumption is Renju.
Because that body isn't Iris, and you know it.
Are you serious?
Yes. Her name is Monica Iwai. She was killed when she was 19. She went to the same high school as you. And she
Yeah,
was
does
your
that mean
best friend.
Renju was her
Isn't that right?
father?
I assume so.
Maybe.
Nothing to say for yourself? Hiding something? Maybe you
But how
killed
did
her
she
with
die?
Renju.
That's ridiculous.
Oh. now
I mean, I
you're
guess
talking.
So killed her.
But we know Renju committed
why?
the crime. Illegally
But
disposing
why?
of a body. We can prove it.
Because, oh, I know why. It's because she got pregnant with Date's daughter. And Date is her husband.
So son.
Yeah, how old is Date again? Old enough to have an 18-year-old daughter?
Nah, no.
Let me think about this. He would have been 12, so yeah. Nope.
But, I mean, theoretically, 89 could be her father.
Why would Renju be questioned about dumping a body? Gee!
I wonder!
Do
Do we know 89's age? Probably not, right?
Yeah, I think we do. I think we, maybe. I'm sure, whatever.
Check it. Sure.
I can't right now. But
Okay.
the next time.
We'll check it later.
I get the question, but it's just phrased in a way that is a little confusing.
The cold storage
Yeah.
warehouse where
Right,
the body.
so-
Interrogation implication.
Yeah, I think it just says implicated, tell me.
I
Ooh,
prefer interrogation implication.
gluten-free.
Interrogation implication. What's that station?
Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Early 40s.
Early
Yeah,
40s.
so he could be, I mean,
So, yeah.
I would have assumed that he could have done it anyways, but
Was found.
I feel like it's not going to be him.
It's been
because
managed by Renju Okiura for almost 2
It
decades.
I
really
think-
does seem like he randomly ran into Hitomi.
It would seem like that, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
The
you're right.
witness testimony proves.
But
that he
fate
knew
has
about the
a
corpse.
weird way of doing these things.
And if I'm not mistaken,
Maybe that's
you
the
knew
reason
about
he
the corpse
stayed.
too, Hitomi. You and Renju have been close since high school. It's not too much of a stretch to think that he told you about the body. And I remember you telling me once.
Well, I'm thinking 89.
When I was young, I lost
is
someone
Date.
very important to me.
But the
Monica
original
Ui,
89
my
is
best
inside of Date now.
One of the only friends I had.
And that's why So called him his son, because 89's body is his son, and that's also who's inside Date. And he knows that somehow.
I could see that. I think you might be right about 89 being in Date's body, but I still feel like So and Date have enough visual similarities that I think that Date is his biological son.
True. There's enough visual
How did you know
similarities.
she was dead?
I didn't.
Don't play dumb. I know you're hiding something. You know what happened 18 years ago, and you knew she was pregnant. You were her best friend. Of course you would have known. Tell me. Tell me everything.
Tell me. Tell me
Date,
where
she's
Rachel
not
is.
going to talk. Sync with her.
Will
Yeah.
do.
Get behind her and slam her head onto the table. And she'll go like, Don't start with the head. It makes the interrogation all fuzzy.
It makes it all hard to.
I'm sure I've told you enough times by now, but please, come back within 6 minutes.
I can't promise you that, Pewter.
This is so weird because I feel like the only people who don't know everything are Aiba and Date.
What do you mean?
You know what I mean? It feels like Pewter and Boss and Hitomi and 89. They all know exactly.
I mean, I'm not coming back until I find something.
Well, I feel
Date,
like
you
at this
can't.
point,
Why
Date
not?
doesn't trust these people.
You know
And
why.
he's like, yeah,
Because it will take
Pooter, I'll
over my
come back in
consciousness?
6 minutes, but go fuck yourself.
Yes.
But if it's only a little.
No, not even a little. If the
And they're
sync
definitely
passes the
stressing
critical
this
point, the
point
damage will be irreparable.
Now
Then what does that
because of
mean
what we learned.
exactly?
What does that mean exactly? Well, come on, I need some levity. Give me some jokes. Anything.
Hitomi, more like hit on me, am I right?
That
Chair.
was a good one.
Do you mind if I pop that chair?
Ooh. That one less so.
Ooh. At least Mizuki's not in the room.
No.
I'm not hiding anything.
Then let's try it. Let's
You're
experiment.
Pooter.
with
Of course you're
and
hiding
we'll know
something.
for sure what'll happen.
Fine. I'll just say it.
Yeah?
Pewter, tell him.
Me?
I thought she was gonna
You
tell
know
him.
more about it than I do.
Well,
Oh, fuck. Well, thought he was just going to continue.
Ask Pewter. He knows more about it than I do.
well, first off, 6 minutes is not a hard limit. It could be
Right.
7 or even 8.
I don't care
But
about
6
the
is when it
exact
starts getting
time. I'm asking
dangerous.
what happens if you go beyond the limit?
Do you
Well, you go beyond,
remember
you know,
the story I told you
Plus Ultra.
about the egg?
No.
Yeah, why?
I don't
You
remember.
don't?
I don't remember it at all.
If you imagine an egg as your consciousness, the yolk is what goes into the subject's brain.
Sure, I
the
remember
white
They gave this
inside
explanation, and
your
I was
shell.
like, so this is going to be important in this side. Because they didn't give it in the other one.
If you go beyond the limit, your yolk will not be able to return to its shell.
Because the subject's mind will start to take over the sinker's consciousness, right? I know that
Yeah.
part already.
Indeed. But there's more to it.
Indeed.
After the yolk is devoured, the egg white is brought through the machine neck.
Huh?
And there's more. It's not just the sinker's brain. The same process eventually occurs in the subject's as well. In other words,
Causing a brain
the
tumor.
entire egg ends up being replaced. Mind, consciousness, memory, they are traded. Switched.
Oh, switched. Entirely.
Yeah, so this
Interesting.
this is some confirmation on that other theory.
I figured it was more so one goes into the other, and then the first one
Yeah. I-
isn't, but
That's what I
Cool.
thought too. That it would leave the previous body dead. But it looks like it's like a full-on like switch.
Now you know everything. Talk to the boss.
well, that's not true.
I'm
but
gonna throw it out there and say, no. I don't think we know everything.
Well, not everything, or else, you know, we wouldn't even need to sync with her.
This information is not on any accessible database.
We had to prevent the possibility that the system could be exploited.
Exploited? But
even if it wasn't you, someone else
like
might
with
try. We
you
didn't
know,
tell any
a different
this,
one,
including you. Project Sync is a top secret project. It's a matter of national
Except
security.
we literally just fucking use it on everybody and tell
Even
everybody.
sinkers are on a need-to-know basis. Think about it. What if you were kidnapped by bad people who tried to make you talk?
bad people?
right?
A criminal
With like, I don't know,
organization,
another sync
spies
machine.
from another country. Those people. If you blabbed about Project Sync, the entire country might be at risk. You heard it from Pewter. The sync machine isn't just for entering a person's somnium. It can also be used to swap bodies between two people.
If I ever need to
Imagine what
remodel
this machine
my
would be
kitchen,
used for in the
I'm definitely
wrong
gonna call it
hands.
Project Sync.
That's why I didn't tell you. We can't let the secret get out.
Alright, initiate Project Sync.
Swapping bodies between two people? Trading minds?
I know it's crazy, Date. It's happened to you probably, even though you don't remember.
But this is
6 years ago.
This is what's gonna unlock that other timeline, because now we know. Now we know the secret that people can be switched.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I got it.
So then who was inside Boss's brain?
No idea.
Really okay?
Or
I'm
even
fine.
if someone was
Start it.
in Boss's brain.
Understood.
Or is somebody in Boss's brain now?
Let us begin.
I mean, if they were trying to like be villainous, Boss would be the best one to take over.
Instead of lettuce, more like cabbage begin.
Because if Boss was taken over, then they
Yeah.
then they could take full control of even this new one and wouldn't have to rip out eyes.
Yeah, this new one would be a lot better. Because then they could do it completely without.
Ooh.
Oh.
God?
I am the god of fire. I burn erotic books with my flames.
No! No, it's impossible.
Ow!
Are you okay?
That hurt.
I'll let you read this porno mag if it'll make you feel better.
I will burn it.